Okay, I'm going to launch in because I'm getting a bit nervous. So thank you for joining me. I just felt this was the best way, I suppose, to make my announcement that I want to make. And it's not really like a formal announcement, it's just something cool that we're doing next that I would love if you could be part of and could help me spread the word, as it's quite, it's a big thing that means a lot to me. So Notes To Cork and me, I suppose the two of us together, are teaming up with Cork Arc Cancer Support House to do a big fundraiser for them in the coming weeks. And I suppose the reason why we're doing this is something that's really close to my heart. Some of you may have known that Notes To Cork, I suppose, like many businesses, pivoted last year during the pandemic. And before that, we were known as Poster Displays Limited, which was my family business, which was set up by my grandfather, about over 30 years ago at this stage. And when he passed away, my aunt Breda took it over. So Breda had been running it from 2005 up to this point, up until 2019, and then I took over. Breda and me were like this. We were inseparable. We did absolutely everything together. Breda is the reason why I have such a love for the sea, and that's why you might see me at the weekend swimming down Oyster Haven, where our family house is. But unfortunately in 2019, Breda passed away from stomach cancer, and it was during her illness is when I actually jumped in and took over the business and tried to steer it through those first few months, and then on to now, I suppose. And then obviously with the pandemic, we got a bit of a facelift. So last April, because of quarantine, me and my family, we couldn't do anything to, I suppose, celebrate and remember Breda, because none of us could travel. And it was a really, really hard moment. And since then, I had an idea about something that we could do which could incorporate Notes To Cork. So I reached out to the lovely people in Cork Arc and met the brilliant Hilary there, and we got a chatting. And what we've come up with is that on the 16th of April, we want to turn every single one of our billboard spaces that we have around Cork City purple for Cork Arc. And the colour purple means a lot, both obviously to Cork Arc, this is their brand colour, but also because I can see there's more people joining. I'll go back in this in a second. But also that purple was Breda's favourite colour. So we want to turn every single one of our poster sites purple for Cork Arc, and we want to run this fundraiser for about 2 weeks if we can do it. So the business, we have nearly 200 billboard sites spread around Cork City and suburbs, and we want to turn every single one of those purple if we can. And as I said, purple for Cork Arc and purple for Breda. And the reason we're doing this is because last year we couldn't do anything to, I suppose, honour her and to celebrate her. And she's someone, I suppose, the energy of Notes To Cork is very much Breda. And I remember like in around when her funeral was happening, someone described Breda as kind of having smiling eyes. And I think anyone who, a few people here probably would have met her who know me. And that's an energy that we've brought in, I suppose, to our billboard displays, that we kind of want to make sure that our billboards, be it when they're doing something slightly more inspiring or creative, or even just kind of traditional advertising, that I suppose they're kind of smiling out to the city. So we've teamed up with Cork Arc to turn every single one of our billboard sites purple. And how that's going to work is if people can jump over to our GoFundMe page, they can sponsor a poster, which is going to be a purple poster for €20. And they can actually, in the comment section on the GoFundMe, they can leave a comment if they want to, I suppose, honour their poster to someone. Look, cancer is one of those things that strikes so many families, and we were no different. And in the space of 6 months, Breda went from being very, very healthy to suddenly being gone. And I suppose in some ways it's something that I have still really haven't come to terms with. I think you just kind of live with it as best you can. And actually, like in January, February last year is when I actually reached out to Cork Arc myself, and I went back to their services because they do free counselling service, some grief counselling. And walking through their big purple door was just such a moment. You're just taken in, you're embraced, they hold you, and they're so professional. and they're just such lovely people. So it was just a no-brainer for me when I kind of was thinking about this idea who we would do this for. So essentially you can go over to our GoFundMe page, which is called Notes for Cork Arc. And there, if you sponsor us €20 or more, we will dedicate a purple poster to you. And if you want to dedicate then your poster to someone, you can. And you can dedicate someone who maybe has passed away from cancer, or maybe someone who has survived cancer. So we really want this moment to be a big moment of celebration. On the GoFundMe as well, you will see a few pictures of myself and Breda. A couple of years ago, like some of you might know that actually part of my background is theatre, so I would have written my own plays and performed my own plays as well as other plays. And in 2013, Breda survived a stroke where she was left completely paralysed. And within about 4 or 5 months, she was back to walking, talking, singing. And for her, the main thing was actually swimming. She loved sea swimming. And that was really her respite. And a day after she got out of hospital, she was back into the sea. So there's a few photographs of us there going for our sea swims together. And that's just her energy. Her energy was get up and go. It was kind of, in a really good way, get on with things, make things happen, reach out to people, be generous. And that's, I suppose, some of the energy that we have, I suppose, that I have brought into Notes to Cork in some ways of remembering her and my grandfather, as well as my family, my mum and Tony, Breda's husband, and Barry, my uncle, my mum and Breda's brother. And that's it, our family's quite tight. So we decided this is going to be a really good way, I suppose, to remember her. And I suppose to carry on from some of the inspiring work that we've been doing with some of our poster displays is to make, I suppose we love just to inspire the city and just kind of have this big moment of remembrance. Like we've been very lucky that we haven't been affected by COVID all that much. We had 1 or 2 slight kind of, near misses. That was about it with close contacts. But I just can't imagine for those who've actually lost people during this time and can't, I suppose, celebrate that person's life in the traditional sense, in terms of wakes and funerals and that. So we're hoping that maybe some people, this might be a good way, to remember those people and to celebrate them. And for me, obviously, to celebrate Breda and everything that she stood for. So we're planned to kick off on Breda's anniversary, which is the 16th of April, and I'll put all these details into the post afterwards. So that's hopefully going to be the first day of poster installations, and we'll keep going as the donations come in. We have a target of about €4,000 that we'd love to hit, and if we can go past that, brilliant. We basically will honour any donation of €20 or more with the poster, and we'll just keep going. But of course, anything at this moment in time, and as you all know, like we saw the big fundraiser for the Cork Cancer Society, the Cancer Society of Ireland during the last couple of weeks. Anyone who is a charitable status needs us to pull behind it. They don't have their traditional fundraising that they can normally do. So even if you have any creative mad ideas, reach out to the charities because they do need it to maintain their services. And obviously, like all of us, our doors are closed, and we can't, do the things that we normally would do. So that's pretty much the gist of it. Thank you so much for jumping on. There's 25 people here. I think there was up to 30 there a second ago. Notes to Cork is for you as much as it is for me, as much as it is for my family. We really feel part of the city, and we're trying all different ways to reach out and kind of become there, to be there for people. So if you have any interesting ideas that you want to hit us up with, we're always happy to kind of to listen and even just be a soundboard for those ideas as well. So that's it. So Notes to Cork is teaming up with Cork Arc. We're doing Notes for Cork Arc. We're going to turn the city purple with purple posters, and we want all of you to be involved. And if you can spread the word once thanks very much, Aideen. I've been seeing a few of the comments here. Thank you so much. And yes, Louise, you're right. Cork Arc are just the backbone of so many families who are going through any form of cancer, and even just the people themselves who are living with cancer. Just incredible, the support that they give. And Breda was in and out of there as well as her husband Tony, and then I went in afterwards. And it just means so much. I can't wait to drive down the streets of Cork, I just see these purple posters everywhere, and I suppose, you know, we as a business lost all our traditional advertising due to all the venues being closed, no events, and yeah, so this is just a brilliant time as well to do something like this where we can actually do it and do it to full fulfillment. Sorry, Derval's just asked, how do we spread the word? So once I will post up some information after this. The GoFundMe is live at the moment. So basically, if you just go on to GoFundMe.com and type in Notes for Cork Arc, you'll find us. And I can see there's actually already one donation has come in already. Thank you very much, Aaron. You're a gent. And we just get going. So in the comment section, you can leave yourselves as anonymous if you want, or you can leave your name and just put whatever message you want to include on your poster in the comment section, and we'll grab it there. We'll do our best to try to spread. You can leave your location if you want as well to spread them out. But I suppose the main thing about this is that it's a big fundraiser for Cork Arc. So we'll do our best to honour whatever donation that you do make. I'm happy to answer any other questions if people have them. I don't want to keep up too much of your evening, but just thank you so much for the love that's been pouring in there. Thanks very much, Vivian. Cheers, Ive. That's my partner. She's downstairs in the kitchen. I'm upstairs in the office. Yeah, so look, you can hear the nerves. I'm not one always to put my face to things. I like to work just to do the talking. We have a fantastic campaign out there at the moment with artist Eleanor O'Donovan as part of our Public Inspiration Panels initiative. So there's 5 bespoke artworks out there, kind of all based on kind of meme art to give you a laugh, to inspire you, to make you smile. If you see it, take a photograph, post it, tag us. We love to see the love. Cool. Yeah, so as Aideen said from noggin.ie, once I put up the IGTV, we can everyone can share it then. Cool. Guys, I'm gonna head away, and yeah, the Cloudy Palm is my favourite as well. That's one of the artworks by Eleanor. Cool. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll catch you on the streets. And yeah, head over to GoFundMe.com and type in Notes for Cork Arc, and you'll find all the information there. And I'll do a post soon enough. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. Thank you. Cheers, Mike. I'll see you later. Bye bye.